come, especially in this weather. You know, we got a lot of chapters from the south. And we thought we'd have better weather for you, okay? But we always are prepared to weather the storm. So we're here, whether anybody else is going to be here or not. We're here. And there's some more who are going to join us there en route. It so happens that there's a big celebration at the Ebenezer Church as well. So the timing is really good. Everybody seems to be ready to lift up the spirit and word of Martin Luther King memory. So we're here representing the organization that he founded. And we're also here to fulfill the purpose of that organization. And I've been watching some of the things that you've been doing in your own communities, and we're just really delighted and excited about you being here. Not only for what you've done, but for what you're going to do. We're on a new path now, and a new journey. We can document the past and the history, but now we're going to be history makers. So therefore, I want to say to you as chairman, and I know maybe you've heard this kind of thing before, but I want you to take it seriously now. You're going to have to document what you're doing. Don't take it for granted, because it's not granted, it's gold. Okay? Very valuable. And the work you're doing now to help young people and to also maintain the gains that we've already made. This is history. We're talking about reconstruction. Yes. That's where we are. We haven't realized it yet. Okay. There's some people who are trying to end reconstruction. So we got to reconstruct the construction and make sure that this time when we put the structure in, that it's not going to be necessary to restructure every time. Okay? Because we prepared for the storms, those political storms we're talking about. Okay? So those physical storms, just like we have to prepare for the other storms, we have to prepare for these storms. And we owe it to our young people. So that's why I'm excited to be here. And I just wanted to greet you. Our president is making sure that we have some material to reconstruct with, okay? And he'll be here shortly. He's taking care of financial matters. That's what we're saying, okay? Which is very important for the structure, all right? Yeah, so we'll make that happen. And so now what I want to do is to bring someone who has helped us come out of the storm. Someone who we cannot really properly introduce or either thank. There's no way. Because words and the lexicographers have not been developed yet. In fact, they're not one who can craft the words to introduce and to describe the work that's been done by this man, my mentor. It's really something. I have to tell you this little story. When we were in jail on the Freedom Rides, you know who my cellmate was in the county jail? Reverend Dr. C.T. Vivian, my professor. Can you imagine having a cell with your professor in it? I was trying to get out of school. The professor came and joined me in the cell. So we had lessons all day and all night. So I have to credit him with anything that I have learned in depth. And that's the thing that made the difference. When those mature adults stood side by side with us. We weren't radical students out doing all kind of crazy things. He made us feel that we were making a significant contribution in doing the right thing. When your professor who's been teaching you shows up in jail cell, to finish the course. I'm glad I never taken it there, but you know, but that's what I want to say in a brief way, how much we are treasured. And guess what? The world recognizes him. By the way, it was this past year that the president, and that's the way we call him, you know, the president. There are a lot of presidents, you know what I mean? But the president gave him the presidential gold medal award. I think we ought to stand a while. Stay TV
See you. Okay, now look. You know, we're very fortunate that this many of us are really here in the midst of cold, but we don't like it, man. But I tell you what, is that the thing for us to see right now is that on Martin's birthday, we're revitalizing the greatest organization of the last century.
Yes.
This is what we must see. We are part of the greatest organization of the last century. We changed in 15 years, we changed the very nature of every institution in American life. Name it. Name any institution you want, because we changed it.
Yes.
And we did that.
That's right.
And that's what we have to realize, that we changed that. And we were just us demanding what we knew we needed and what this nation needed. It's that nobody had to come and tell us, read these 6 books. We had lived those 6 books, right? If anybody has suffered in America, we've suffered.
Right.
But the good thing about it is you learn more from suffering that stays on your mind than you do for being able just to quote it. All right? Is that we are the people that have made the last century, and we can make this one.
That's right.
And we're very fortunate we started the last one with the great prophet of our age. We produced him. Martin Luther King Jr. is the greatest prophet that America has ever had. America's had a lot of people who save you one by one. All right? But what Martin did was to save us in America, and it wasn't done one by one. It was done by saving the entire culture.
That's right.
Now that's real.
Yes.
See, this is what counts. It takes too long one by one, and it doesn't make too much difference. That's why our churches and the churches of America, right, are not where they should be, because they haven't really tried hard to do anything but theology. Right? Is that how do you bring it so the whole culture changes? That's what we have to understand, is who we are, and we did it, right? No one has done that but us. And if it hadn't been for us, America would still be on the down drain, right? Now we start the new period with a black president, right?
Amen.
So we're in charge of the politics of America for the first time, if we want to be. All right? See, this is it all comes down to desire. Do we really want to be the change agent on an ongoing basis? If we really look at our immediate past, we realize we are the ones most likely to do it. It's not an accident that you're trying to stop Obama. I have a kind of belief that they're trying to get rid of him so they can use his program and put their stamp on it.
Yes.
All right?
That's
right. And the point being is, without our stamp on it, it will not be the one for people, period. Not just black people, poor people, white people, brown people. The rich have begun to come to realize that the things that Martin talked about, they need to put billions of dollars into the kitty. All right? because they've been taking too much of it off the top.
That's
Right? And when we think about it, we've got what it takes to make the new world. And it's in us, all right? And it's in the kind of moral and spiritual base that we've given to this country in the last decade, right? Now it's up to us to do it for this coming decade. America needs us. Can't be a democracy without us.
That's right.
Can't be a Christian nation, which they claim, without us, right? Understand that. If we understand that, right, all we have to do is work at it. And SCLC people love working at it, right? So we're ahead of the game. It's not something that we consider hard work. It's something that we consider what we like to do, right? That's why we're here. We're not here because we've been winning lately. We're here because we want to win in the coming periods,
That's
right?
right. Yes.
All we have to do is move to do it, right? And this is what this meeting is all about. And we brought a couple of speakers in here from the West Coast. Now, I don't consider one coast being better than the other coast and all that. But I tell you what, they brought some stuff with them from California that is really good stuff, right? And we went over stuff last night. And I'm just waiting to hear us all share together. We are the group that can change this state, right? And this state needs to be changed more than the other because Martin King, this is his state.